LA This Week.
The 6th Street Bridge replacement project is in the spotlight as city leaders mark Infrastructure Week. I'm Anna Marcos, and that's coming up.
I'm Rasha Goel. Up next, how a pop-up demonstration is helping a local school make needed safety improvements.
We go on an exclusive tour of the LGBT Center's new digs in Hollywood. I'm Gil Reyes with that story next.
Hey everyone, I'm Yana Kay. Here's what's happening on LA This Week. The 6th Street Bridge replacement, a $477 million project, could become a crown jewel among LA's landmarks. City leaders recently marked Infrastructure Week by focusing on the importance of getting funds for projects like this one. Anna Marcos takes us there.
Look around, and everywhere you will see infrastructure. It's a city's lifeblood, its roads, its buildings, its transportation projects, and yes, its bridges. And for city leaders, the 6th Street Bridge replacement project is the ideal place to help highlight Infrastructure Week.
It is the basic building blocks for everything. It's very important that we have help, for example, from the federal government, and we are very much encouraging the passage of an infrastructure bill, a meaningful infrastructure bill that will be able to help to fix so many roads, so many bridges that are broken.
One thing that's not broken, the new 6th Street Bridge replacement project now going up. It's become the backdrop and a role model for new infrastructure, as city leaders highlight the importance of getting funding to build up our city. The old 6th Street Bridge, once an iconic setting for movies, was too old and unsafe to withstand earthquakes and was demolished in 2016. This new replacement will be a more high-tech version of it and a shining example of what is possible in infrastructure.
The bridge is going to be a centerpiece for the city. It's not going to just allow people to transport themselves from one side of the city to the other, but it's going to be a destination itself. The new structure will build on the arch concept that was in the original design, and it will certainly be an iconic structure. We replace the original iconic structure with sweeping arches from one side of the viaduct all the way down to the other.
Besides parks under the bridge, there will be state-of-the-art pedestrian walkways to take you to the top. But there's a lot more building going on in LA.
The city of Los Angeles is bringing sexy back when we're talking about infrastructure. The Port of Los Angeles is investing $1 million a day at our port complex, not including, of course, the commercial development that's taking place in San Pedro and Wilmington, and our airport. If you're going to have a good job generator, it's important for cities to invest in its infrastructure.
We must remember that our very nation was built on bonds.
City leaders are also calling on local officials and taxpayers to approve more bonds to help construction in LA continue. The 6th Street Bridge replacement, built with both federal funds and local bonds, is set to be completed at the end of 2021.
City leaders were joined by leaders from around the country who were in town for the annual conference of the Government Finance Officers Association. The City Library welcomed a special visitor recently. The American Library Association president visited the City Library to promote and raise awareness of libraries and inspire grassroots support.
It is a beautiful day here in downtown Los Angeles at the Central Library, and we are celebrating Libraries Equal Strong Communities, which is the theme of the American Library Association President Loida Garcia-Febo. She is here in LA. It is the final stop on a national tour that she's doing, visiting libraries across the country and sharing a message of advocacy for libraries, all types of libraries.
The library, this library, is bridging the digital divide by allowing patrons to access new content from home.
They provide access to more than 900 courses online, and they provide access to different services where people can learn more about pop culture, the history of the town, and can learn different things about the heritage as well. It's wonderful, and that's one of the goals of this tour, to garner more support for libraries everywhere around the country. And I'm so glad that this is happening here in the Los Angeles region, and hopefully we can amplify the message of what Los Angeles Public Library is doing to the rest of the country and state.
The American Library Association is the foremost national organization providing resources to inspire library and professionals to transform their communities through essential programs and services. It's a temporary fix that may turn into a long-term solution. Rasha Goel has more on how the LA Department of Transportation is working with local schools to provide a safer journey for students to and from school.
In the city of Los Angeles, the #1 cause of death for kids is traffic crashes. Every single one of those crashes is preventable.
And that's why Esperanza Elementary School is working with Safe Routes to School, a program through the LA Department of Transportation that brings safety improvements to school neighborhood streets and safety education to classrooms. Through the first pop-up demonstration project in downtown Los Angeles, Esperanza Elementary School's entrance on Little Street was redesigned with small changes to help make a bigger impact.
I think it shows just how important it is for a school to connect to the community and to build those bonds so that we all work together.
Through a temporary setup, officials and families can assess what changes will work best for them, as the school is located off a very busy intersection. This pop-up demonstration was held for 2 days. It included building a walkway for pedestrians, as well as creating a valet pickup and drop-off for students.
Previously, this street was two-way, but the goal was that we really wanted to make the movement of vehicles more predictable. At the far end of the street, we have a curb extension, which is primarily to, as you'll see, it extends into the street and shortens the crosswalk distance. So your kids are spending a shorter amount of time in the street, and it forces a slower turn movement of cars.
And so far, the response has been great.
We really appreciate that they changed the street yesterday and today because there was too much traffic.
Hopes are to implement these changes permanently within a year.
Featured elements in this pop-up were based upon a walk safety assessment that was held with the school community in 2017. It's a City of LA campaign that puts young people on the right track by helping them prepare for jobs, learn budgeting, and other valuable skills for the working world. We visited one Hire LA's youth event.
This is the kickoff event for the Hire LA campaign, and it is to allow young people to have work experiences and opportunities to build skills that'll last them a lifetime.
This program has been like a second family to me. I started Hire LA when I was 14 years old. I was able to get my first job experience, which is something that not many people are willing to give a 14-year-old.
My daughter is seeking a job, and which I think is a great opportunity for her to learn responsibility. And I do want to thank the Mayor Garcetti, amen, for this opportunity.
Trying to accomplish what I wanted to do, which was get a summer job and start working during the summer so I can save up for the future plans and everything. You know, everybody else had money in their pocket. Why not me?
She's going to learn, how to save money, and at this age it's very important that they learn those skills on budgeting and what actually things cost.
This gives them opportunity to see what it's like to get out there and earn an honest paycheck and realize their dreams, hopefully.
Throughout my whole experience being in the program, I have always been going through something really major that could have made me fall and not get back up. But because of the help of mentors and this program, they helped me get back up, and they saw potential in me before I ever did. We are the future of this country. We are the future of the world, and so just letting us in at such a young age, it really helps us build ourselves.
It's a new day for LGBT people at risk of homelessness. A new 2-acre, $141 million campus has opened, a safe haven for people with similar experiences, though generations apart.
We pay a visit to the Los Angeles LGBT Center's newest digs. Welcome to the Anita Mae Rosenstein campus in Hollywood, designed to help the most vulnerable of LGBT people. We're talking seniors and youth.
Nothing like this at this scale has ever been done in the LGBT community anywhere in the world.
Chief of Staff Daryl Cummings mentions the 100 new beds for homeless young people. Also, the Harry and Jeanette Weinberg Senior Center. Staffers say it will host over 100 events per month. Area Councilman David Rue stops by on National LGBT Elders Day.
The population that has outperformed every other population of people becoming homeless have been seniors. But in the LGBT community, LGBT seniors are even more isolated, and often more than not don't have family members or children.
But at the center, they have each other.
I really like being able to have my own community where people always understand, because we have similar stories. Many of us lost our family of origin and made new families, and they're here.
It's the first time I've sat down here and in this space here, and I've just met somebody and just having a delightful conversation. It's just great to have this little meeting spot.
The entire campus is 2 acres. Total cost over $141 million. There's also a full kitchen with a 12-week cooking class.
They learn how to cut vegetables, they learn how to cook vegetables, all the way up to filleting fish and butchering chicken. Then they go and start making the meals for the center. So we do about 400 meals.
And the point of this eventually is to hopefully have them cook at restaurants.
Absolutely. So the third part of the program is that we place them in restaurants for an internship.
And that is all in just phase 1 of the project. Phase 2 is expected to bring some 99 units of affordable housing for seniors, plus 25 units of supportive housing for young people. Expected completion date on phase 2 is mid-2020.
So we're right outside on our rooftop deck. And we're overlooking our new senior housing that we're in the process of being built. It's phase 2 of our Anita Mae Rosenstein campus.
It makes good sense to have seniors and young people mingling.
Absolutely, yeah. The whole concept of the campus itself is to connect our transition age youth, 18 to 24, with our seniors. In the LGBT community, many youth are disconnected from their families, so our seniors can provide a mentoring role of connecting with them and helping them to understand how their sexual identity is part of who they are.
There's people out there that are trying to build a wall to keep vulnerable people out. We built this to invite those people in, and we think that's better. We're very proud of what that represents.
The new campus will serve as the LGBT Center's flagship facility. The original center will be transformed entirely into a health center. The next time there's an earthquake or fire, will you be ready? Well, that's the hope, as LA City Council member Mike Bonin recently hosted an evacuation drill in his district to make sure residents are prepared.
Everybody talks about being prepared for an emergency. Are you prepared?
I'm only half prepared, I would say. We have some stuff, some bags, some water. We don't have everything.
Well, today we have a large-scale evacuation drill for the residents of Mandeville Canyon to be prepared in the event of an inevitable brush fire. So there's some unique challenges in this area when you have large fire apparatus coming up a small canyon road and people trying to evacuate out. And so what we're doing is simulating a wind-driven fire, like a Santa Ana wind conditions that would start north of Mandeville Canyon in Stone Canyon and come towards this area.
Doing an evacuation drill here in this neighborhood is absolutely essential. It is one of the neighborhoods that is most at risk of a wildfire. There are limited ingress and egress from this neighborhood. Mandeville Canyon is a long, winding road with no other way out.
I think it's absolutely necessary. I think everybody who live in Canyon should be here. If you look at the fires that we've had up north and how the people have suffered from that, there's no reason for people not to be here.
People should be here because the people who don't know can create problems for people who do and be in the way instead of being part of the solution.
Being able to test out again and again how to do an evacuation, what works and what doesn't, and how to engage folks best and notify them and get them to participate is absolutely essential.
We're going to just do the exact drill as if it's a real thing and do the best that we can so we can learn from it, debrief, and become better.
Are you ready?
Well, I think that we can always be more ready.
Good Samaritan Hospital hosts an annual blessing to raise awareness about bike safety. And as Gil Reyes reports, a special LA City Fire Department team is honored for their service.
Children on tricycles and their parents are among the folks gathered outside Good Samaritan Hospital in Westlake for the 16th annual Blessing of the Bicycles.
We have a whole community of cyclists, and that's what you have to do, is you have to bring people together. We're working to bring about awareness, to just share the road, motorists to just be aware of turning, looking in their side mirrors to look for cyclists.
Hospital CEO Andy Lika hosts this multi-denominational service, a safety blessing for cyclists and their bikes before they hit the road.
Perhaps a little prayer before every ride isn't such a bad idea. Last year, the Department of Transportation says 21 bicyclists were killed on LA City streets in vehicle-related accidents. That's tied for the highest number since 2003.
Mayor Garcetti's proposed budget sets aside $117 million for traffic and safety improvements. You know who else rides? The LA City Fire Department bike medics. They received this year's Golden Spoke Award for safety from the hospital.
We have a full-time team at Los Angeles International Airport where they're 7 days a week, 20 hours a day, and they provide EMS support to the fire companies around the airport.
Are able to get anywhere in LAX in approximately 2 to 2.5 minutes. That's about 6 minutes faster than any fire engine or paramedic rescue.
And while the nearly 200-member bike team is saving lives, the medics follow the same rules of the road as these kids. Just ask their moms.
We tell them to be safe, to make sure that they wear their helmets, and that they're conscious of where they're going.
Mayor Garcetti's Vision Zero plan aims to eliminate all traffic deaths in LA City by 2025. Well, thousands of Angelenos came together in solidarity to mark Israel's 71st Independence Day and to celebrate the Israeli spirit with lots of entertainment, food, and family.
Love you, Israel!
We are here in Rancho Park for the incredible Celebrate Israel Festival for the 75th anniversary of the State of Israel. And we are in Los Angeles, which has the largest population of Israelis outside of Israel.
Trying to educate the entire community, even beyond our own immediate community, about how rich the history of the Jewish people are.
We have a lot of booths from different organizations that are supportive of Israel, a lot of elected officials and notable community leaders, and it's just a great celebration of the State of Israel.
We personally feel this is our gift to the community, to be able to have the community come together in the park in a place that so much resembled Israel.
To be surrounded by so much love and passion for like my home country, and just to see people so excited about it and to celebrate it, which is what this is.
The miraculous creation of a state of Israel is something that is a celebration not only for Israelis but for Americans as well.
It's an annual tradition that brings families out on the water to experience the LA Harbor in a whole new light. The Port of LA hosted free boat tours to mark World Trade Week, and we climbed on board.
Today, the Port of Los Angeles is hosting its annual free harbor boat tours in honor of World Trade Week. We host them every year. It's the Saturday after Mother's Day. We get about 2,000 visitors come down to the port, and we have them boat tours in two locations, Wilmington and San Pedro.
Well, I brought my family down to the waterfront here in Wilmington because I never want to miss a chance to show people what a fantastic place the Port of LA is. There's so much going on here that's good for the region, good for the city, good for the country, and good for us locals.
The port is probably one of the largest employers somewhere, some way. Everyone's job is kind of connected back to the Port of Los Angeles. So it's always nice to know where your items come from, your clothes, your shoes, your television sets, your easy chairs, and even your cars.
I liked it because you got to see the view of the port, and we could all see the rescue boats. We saw a fireboat, and we saw seals.
What do you get when you mix opera and mariachi? Well, you get an incredible fusion of sound and culture that's music to the ears.
Today we're having what I think is a perfect LA day. We're here at the heart of Old Los Angeles, El Pueblo de Los Angeles. This is, I think, our 5th year of bringing LA opera artists, our community performers who are part of the Zarzuela project, together with the Mariachi Conservatory and Mariachi Voz de America to create this extraordinary kind of fusion of music.
Even though we are two different music genres in music, we're coming together and performing and giving a free concert for our community here in Plaza Olvera. It would be wonderful for us to be able to have our community, or my community, be able to be more exposed into zarzuela music. And with mariachi accompanying the zarzuela singers, that just kind of brings a little bit of the Mexican flair to the zarzuela.
The streets around Hollywood High School just got a lot safer. City leaders come together to keep Los Angeles beautiful, and signs marking athletic championships are unveiled at Sierra Canyon High School. All this in City Beat. Sierra Canyon makes history. Porter Ranch's Sierra Canyon School, normally known for its academic achievements, has scored big on the athletic side too. The school's boys and girls basketball teams have both cinched the state championships for 2019, a first in California state history. Congratulations, Sierra! Up at Hollywood High School, Councilmember Mitch O'Farrell cut the ribbon on the installation of new state-of-the-art pedestrian lights. Pedestrian safety has been a long-time priority for O'Farrell for very personal reasons.
Just about a block and a half away from where I lived in 1982, when I had my first apartment, and I would jog around the track at Hollywood High. I always believed in Hollywood, and I do to this day.
And at City Hall, 400 attendees shared ideas and inspiration at the 2nd annual Beautification Conference. Focused on creating a greener, more sustainable Los Angeles, the conference both welcomes and empowers local residents and communities who share this brighter vision of tomorrow. The Health and Garden Expo, hosted by A Place Called Home, gave community members lessons on being healthy, from new recipes to learning about cultural events.
This is our annual Health and Garden Expo. This is an opportunity for us to share with the community ways to get healthy, eat healthy, learn how to grow a garden, organic vegetables, learn recipes, and then also be exposed to various kinds of cultural events and ways to, take responsibility for their own well-being. place called home is an oasis here in South Central LA. And every day we're serving young people from 8 years old into their 20s with help for education, the arts, mental health counseling, nutrition, athletics, and a pathway to college or a good job.
It's a place where kids can really be creative. They have an amazing multimedia space and an art space.
Anybody that comes here, it intrigues you. It makes you want to come back. It doesn't like, you don't come here and just be like, wow, this is another like organization. You're like, whoa, this is actually somewhere I can call home. This is a place that I can actually call home.
We were thrilled to be, an honor to be a part of this event. It's just fabulous.
Do you love animals? Then help celebrate National Animal Rights Day. Take part in the biggest family party of the summer and come out for a classic car show to benefit a good cause. All this and things to do. Sunday, June 2nd is National Animal Rights Day in Los Angeles. Join the nonprofit March of Silence as they enlist artists, influencers, sanctuaries, and animal rescuers in their mission to end animal cruelty and exploitation. National Animal Rights Day LA kicks off on the north lawn of Pan Pacific Park, located at 7600 Beverly Boulevard. The event takes place on June 2nd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. For details, visit thenard.org. It's the family event of the summer. The SoCal Moms Great Big Family Play Day returns for the 6th year. This party of the summer features all-day live entertainment, interactive experiences for kids of all ages, food, big raffles, and more. Don't miss this chance to have big-time fun with the entire family at the SoCal Moms Great Big Family Play Day, happening Sunday, June 2nd, beginning at 9 a.m. The party gets started at the Autry at Griffith Park, located at 4700 Western Heritage Way. For tickets and details, visit SoCalMoms.com. Get your motor running for the right cause. Join LAFD and LAPD for the 16th annual Still Saving Lives Car Show. This event is part safety fair, part live auto auction with displays, demonstrations, and a raffle. Proceeds from the event will benefit the Widows, Orphans, and Disabled Firemen's Fund. Admission is free to attend, so swing by the Still Saving Lives Car Show, happening Saturday, June 1st at Warner Center Park, beginning at 9 a.m. For details, visit vtac-vtd.org. And that's a look at some things to do. Well, that's it for this edition. I'm Yana Kay. From all of us here at LA This Week, thanks for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next time for more of LA This Week.